it is National Food Day, and you might say it's an opportunity to hit the reset button on your food choices. The day was created to shine a spotlight on eating healthy.
Yeah, the goal is to get people to eat real and cut back on salty and sugary foods. Not easy necessarily. Joining us now is fitness guru and health advisor Mike Torchia. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I know this is truly a passion for you. You love to change people's lives. We all see, what we should be doing, but how do you start? What's the first step? What do you tell people?
Well, you really have to assess your lifestyle, because what you see, what you hear, what you smell, and what you touch affects your body chemistry, because there's toxic stress, toxic food, toxic exposure. So you got to make sure the element you're in is safe. After that, you have to assess, okay, what am I consuming? What am I putting in my body? Am I putting foods that are adding value to my body, or putting overloads of stress because there's chemicals, all these additives and all these fillers? So you need to be aware of your food choices, but also read labels. Understand what's in there, and the highest amount of ingredient will be in the first row. Because otherwise, if you start to see all these things you can't even pronounce, put it back down. Jack Lane used to say to me all the time, if it's in a can or a box, don't eat it. It's got to be coming from the ground. It was so true, very simple. But you need to be careful about what you drink, because that's the fastest way to intake calories. And when you're drinking these fruit drinks, there's just sugar water. When if you eat a piece of fruit, there's fiber. To digest the food, it burns calories. So instead of juicing, eat fresh fruit. Cut it up, have a nice fresh bowl of fruit. That means you're going to move everything out of the digestive tract. Now, hydrating. People say, well, how much coffee should I drink? Well, you got to remember, in a cup of coffee, standard cup, it's about 95 milligrams of caffeine, which is okay. And if you have it when you really need it, don't drink it because it's in the morning. If you had a really good night's sleep and you're not tired, then don't drink the coffee. Because after a while, you get used to it. So then it's 1 cup, 2 cups.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
and except, like, you're not supposed to drink, from the studies, no more than 4 cups, which is 400 milligrams of coffee. Because then you will get the jitters, and it could affect you later on in the day, especially if you want to sleep. Now, some people, my father could drink a cappuccino or double espresso and go right to sleep.
That's a real Italian.
Yeah. I'm not that way. I drink a cup of coffee after 2 o'clock. I'm up all night. But you want to find simple ways, like with water. With the schools, when I lecture, and I do a lot of lectures at the school systems and Boys and Girls Club, I explain to the kids, water is your best friend. It gives you energy. It flushes out the system. It makes your skin even more clear and clean, because especially when they're younger, they have skin issues, acne. Well, water is your best friend. It gives you energy. It actually transports the carbohydrates. Like years ago, when people used to a carbohydrate load for the race, they go to the race and they were sluggish and they're tired. Then the next day, they had all this amazing energy, is because they weren't drinking water to drive the glycogen into the muscles. Now, as far as making food choices, if you're going to have a choice between fresh or canned or jarred, it's best to either fresh or frozen, because it's freshly frozen. Those are better choices, because you want to get away from additives and chemicals that are preservatives, because it affects your body. But stress in general, you have to be careful, because if you see something negative, it affects your body. You start secreting what we call cortisol, which is a hormone, which cortisol is like that adrenaline, but also it creates lower back fat, neck fat, by the back of the arms and lower back area. So you have to learn how to manage your stress.
That's a really important one, and I wish we could keep talking about this all morning. No, this is all such great information. Yeah. You're teaching us so much. We do have to wrap it up, but just want to thank you so much for coming on with us and sharing this great information. And if you'd like to get some more advice about how to change your lifestyle on this National Food Day, you can head over to KCALnews.com, click Seen on TV. We've set up a link to Mike's website, which I'm sure is full of really great information like this. Mike Torchia, thank you again.
My pleasure to be here.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Appreciate it.